What up, you lab rats? This is episode number 115, and today we're going to talk about Primal Belonging from the Primal Branding book by Patrick Hanlon. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to the lab, your daily inspiration for creating better content. Happy Cozy Sunday. So on Cozy Sunday, if you didn't already know, we take books that I'm reading and dissect them and divulge the goods to you lab rats, okay? So today we're reading the second, section of Primal Branding called Primal Belonging. And so I read this really quick and then I kind of pick and cherry pick the parts that are relevant to us and to our kind of thing here on the Get in the Lab podcast. So the final, I want to read to you guys, okay, the final objective in engineering the pattern of the said previous episodes on creation story, creed, icons, rituals, pagans, sacred words. The leader in Primal Branding is to construct and create a belief system, okay, that attracts a community. So this is very important. Why? Because this is what we're doing, right? This is what kind of like my idea was and vision was for the Get in the Lab podcast. And what it has now evolved into is this community that we have created. Be it a small community, it's very, to me, it's very engaging. So when you guys leave me comments on the show in YouTube, that jazzes me up. That always excites me. It always excites me when you guys ask me questions and we can go back and forth and create a discussion on the topics here, okay? Because this community, the Lab Rat community, is all about not just me, talking at you and giving you my perspective on things, but it's a community, it's a discussion, it's a conversation on what it means to be a Lab Rat and getting in the lab and overcoming your fear and experimenting and getting better at your craft. Okay, so this is very important to us because after all these things that we've been learning and kind of reminding ourselves to do with our brand as we are creating content or, activating ourselves to become entrepreneurs and leave our 9-to-5 jobs, it's been an absolute game changer to have this sort of community for you guys to even pay attention and watch and tune into this show. And not only that is to have this kind of back and forth conversations that I occasionally have on Twitter or on Facebook or on YouTube, and just that back and forth conversation, right? That relationship. And so this feeling of belonging and feeling like I'm with my people as I go to these events as well, this feeling of belonging is incredibly important. And if you don't feel any traction in what you're doing, or you kind of want to do this thing, but maybe it's not feeling right, or you don't feel like you're getting anything from it, go out there and find your people. Find the community that speaks your language, that knows what you're struggling with. They're struggling with it too. And I think that's the best thing that you can do right now. And the faster that you can find your people, the faster that you will get to your goals. And I think that is so important. And that's basically what I got from this chapter. And there's many facets to this chapter, but I think that's the point I want to touch on today, which is, community. Yeah. I mean, people like to feel like they're a part of something, right? I'm no different. It's really important for me to be a part of podcast movement, which is going on later on this year, July 31st to August 4th, I believe. And so I'm going to be there and I'm going to be with my people, and it's going to be amazing because I've already had this sort of proof from Podcast San Diego or NMX, and just to be in the vibe, in the same room of everybody knows what you're talking about, right? Everybody has a pretty good idea of what your goals are if you are a content creator or a podcaster. And I would say, like, I've never felt that in my life, and that is incredibly powerful for you to nurture your own abilities and confidence in what you're doing with your brand and with your message and with, whatever content that you want to create. So if you don't have that community, you have to go out there and find it. And only you can do that, really. And it's probably, it's going to be awkward, and making friends is difficult. It's difficult when you haven't done it, or you haven't had practice, or you're like me and just, you just never saw this is going to sound mean, but like never saw the value in it. Okay. Cause I was weird. I don't know. I didn't know. But yeah, you've got to get out there and make friends and actually have real in life person relationships with these friends, and just be, normal. Just be a normal person. So if you don't have that community, you have to go out there and find it or create it. Okay. And yeah, sometimes it has to start off really rough, like me, like posting I always kind of go back to this because I talked to my friend Taylor. And I was like, you know what? I always tell this story of me posting a picture of myself like this and saying, hi, my name is Megan. Would anybody like to come out and meet me and talk about, I don't even know what the topic was, but would anybody like to come out and meet me? And that was my way of like trying to make friends and trying to create community for myself, because I didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody to like, share my struggles with and have community with. And one person is a community, So yeah, it was very awkward. So shout out to Taylor for sticking his neck out and saying, is this girl crazy or is this girl cool? So I think we all know where that ended up. Crazy. So good things, guys. That's the episode for today. Really quick and simple. Next Sunday, I guess we're going to talk about the Primal Perfect. Interesting. I don't know. I'm just going to be as surprised as you are. Bring that and talk about that. And good things, guys. So if you are interested in video podcasting, I have a little something for you called the 6 Steps to Video Podcasting. Okay, how I do it. I'm sure there's a bunch of ways on how to do it, but here's how I do it. It's about an hour-long course for free. You can check it out at getinthelab.me/webinar. Yeah, all right. So good things, guys. We'll see you next time. Once again, my name is Megan, reminding you to get in the lab. See ya. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. I really appreciate it. Here in Get in the Lab, I'm lucky to have you, man. So there's a workshop going down that Kevin and I are hosting, and it's about video branding, and it's going to be about from 9 to 5 in Fullerton here in California at our home studio in downtown Fullerton. So there's lots of great little places to kind of go afterwards for a little happy hour. And it's going to be a good time. And if you're interested in working with us one-on-one about video branding, getting some fresh headshots done, shot by us, a bunch of other things like, branding your YouTube page, branding. We're just going to talk about branding. Okay. If you're interested in that, you can go to the link below, getinthelab.me/workshops. All right. So good things. Maybe I'll see you there. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Let me know. Okay. Good things. We'll see you next time. Peace out.